So Remo, you know I find you greatly intelligent. My brother.
What's up, Randy? How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, but I want to talk to you. I really want to talk to brothers, and you're one of the smartest ones I know.
Oh, wow.
About the relationship, and not the romantic one, but the relationship of black women and black men, and even black men and black men in America, because the election has just made me think about just like there's some ish there. There's something there, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like we need to discuss it. And we always discuss it from a romantic view, like when it comes to stuff. But I think it's that same thing, that same ish that we saw play out in these days of the election as we've had a black woman running. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What do you think?
It's funny that you asked this because I didn't know that black men like Byron Donalds existed. I seriously didn't know. I thought that all of the black congressmen and congress people, women, were like from black majority districts, supported by black majority people, endorsed by the NAACP. That's how I thought black politics worked. But seeing him in this particular election run has made me realize, maybe I don't know black men as much as I thought.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm surprised that the rhetoric has come out, but one of the things that has surprised me, one of the things that's kind of continues to surprise me is that I am going to vote Democrat, I am going to vote for Kamala, but maybe Democrats don't know how to talk to black men.
Right.
Maybe the left is very good at talking to black women and convincing black women and putting black women at the head of the political household to influence the household, and therefore black men will follow black women, which I agree with because I'm raised by a single mother. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, what message is there specifically? Who's specifically talking to me from a black male perspective? And if it's only Barack Obama, like, is it just the president? Is there a progressive Byron Donalds out here who's doing the same thing as? Where's Cory Booker? Where's Cory Booker?
Cory Booker's been talking.
You're not loud enough.
LeBron's been talking. I mean, I've seen him to me. Van's been talking. It seems like there's a lot of people talking. But okay, let me ask you this: do you, as a black man, feel akin to Barack Obama? Do you think he speaks to the average black man?
No, absolutely not. Barack Obama could not. He's the president. He was the president. He was the president. He could never speak, not again, for the average black man.
Could he have before?
Maybe when he was Chicago and when he was more of like a grassroots leader, I think he could have understood like a more median perspective of what black men are going through. But I don't. We're going to have to take some time after this election to really look at what's going on between us politically, because it feels like black men are moving right and black women are moving left, but we still need to be together, but we haven't figured out what that looks like yet. And so right now this election, it looks toxic. It looks like
it's toxic. It's toxic. I mean, although the majority of black men are voting for Kamala, just what has surprised me as I have, I'm on social media all the time, is I see the real anger that my brothers are feeling, and they definitely feel. I mean, this is what I'm reading, but I could be reading it wrong, brothers, so don't get mad at me. Completely disenfranchised from the system, completely disrespected, completely ignored, and almost, especially the ones who are like, I'm not voting. Apathetic, like just they're almost like their pulse is not there. They have been, which has been frustrating to me, because they're apathetic, I believe, because they primarily have been ignored and dogged by this country, right?
Dogged is interesting.
They've been dogged out, right, by this country, and they want someone or something to connect to, and I think they're connecting more to the misogyny and men at least having power of the Republican Party, because there's power there. So they're like, I want power, because I don't think black men are feeling powerful as black women have passed them in a lot of things and succeeded, and we're all, you know, we became infamous for saying I don't need no black man. So they're like, yeah, I want what they have. I want what I can relate to is Trump being like, yeah, you know, women are second. We gonna grab you by the pussy. We go. I mean, not saying they want that, but I'm saying there is. I mean, the Republican Party. Well, Trump. Let me just speak about Trump specifically. Is a misogynistic
Absolutely.
Person who believes in a man running his shit.
There's something interesting you're saying about power here. When Barack Obama chides black men for possibly being misogynistic, what it feels like from this black man. Actually, I had watched the video 4 times and didn't realize I had watched it so many times. But my memory kept deleting it because it's like a part of like a weird PTSD. He sounded like my fucking teachers when they would tell my mother he's talking too much in class, or his ideas are too wild, or I can't get him to sit still. What it feels like when the left is talking to black men, it feels worse than disrespect. It feels like they're telling on us to black women, like, ooh, look at what these black men are doing. You're not gonna get your brothers in line. And it almost feels like black men have an ideology, and like I said a second ago, it might lean right because we are, you know, more prone to the power prospect of whiteness than I think women are prone to that power prospect of whiteness.
Right.
But when the option is you're either a child or what the right is saying, I'm gonna treat you like a man. You can do man shit over here.
Yes.
When those are the options, I see why black men are like, there's a conflict here. Even though he's racist. Even though his racism begins against black men.
Right. It's like they forget that part.
Yeah.
But I do think that they're seeking a home, and maybe that home hasn't been discovered.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think black men are homeless.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I think. But if you want to get into some deep shit though, that is, as far as like the race goes, that's kind of what needs to happen. There needs to be a natural breakup between black men and black women, because on the boat, off the boat, they all forced us together. So what happens when we choose to be apart and then re-choose each other? When we keep getting forced, like even this idea that black men have to vote for Kamala at the same rate as black women, it's like, who said that? We're not holding that same standard to white men and white women.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. What upset me about black men not voting for Kamala is not because she's black.
Yeah.
It's because the other person was
because he's
an open racist.
He's
like
white.
an open
He's
racist.
Absolutely right.
And so what it meant for me, because my whole platform is about black people loving themselves, because I feel like that America has done everything in its power to make us not love ourselves, is what is so broken in you that you would vote for a person who has openly told you that he doesn't like you since the beginning of who he is. I mean, I was alive. I'm a couple years older than you, and I was alive when the Central Park 5 happened, but I was alive even before that, when he would not, because I was an East Coast girl, and I was in New York all the time, and he would not rent to black people. I mean, Trump didn't get known as a racist recently. Those of us who've been around, it's like he was always a racist, always an open racist. And so what is it about a black man? What I told people, it reminds me of like my girlfriends when they're in a relationship and the motherfucker is dogging the shit out of them, and you can tell the man don't like her. Like, he's living with her. He don't like you. He don't like you. Like, I'm not saying he ain't.
That's what you saying to black men?
Yeah.
He don't like you.
He don't like you. So what hurts me personally, I'm not saying all black women, but what has broken my heart is what's so broken in you that you are desperate to vote, to be accepted by, because I see it as acceptance, or you relate to someone who cannot fucking stand you. Because you see how the Puerto Rican men acted. Puerto Rican men, he said that about the Puerto Rican men were like, I'm taking the fuck out of here. Let's go. Literally, one of my friends wrote that to me.
Oh yeah.
We get
the fuck out.
We ain't messing with him. People changed their votes. It was immediate. So I'm like, what is it about the brothers?
I'm telling you, they're appealing to that patriarchal, capitalistic, white-centric power that has been lent to black men since they gave us the vote. They gave us the ability to vote before black women.
Yes.
They gave us the ability to run our households economically before black women. And so when I hear Byron Donald say, oh, things were better before Jim Crow, what he's actually saying before, even without all the racist bullshit, what he's actually saying is, as a man, I was the head of my household. And I was the 1954 man.
Right.
I was that would have been like my father, but
but
I had patriarchal power.
White men will never, ever willingly give black men a damn thing because they're terrified.
You think black men know that?
And they must not. And they're intimidated by you. It's like the reason why black women have been able to make it in the workplace is that white men have run it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, in secret, black women will talk about a white male boss, we good. A white woman, you gotta 50-50 at best. There's some you good, but some just say go whatever. It's the same thing with black men, white men and black men. White men are never gonna put y'all in a position of power easily.
I mean, we had a president.
Yeah, we did have a president. But it wasn't white men who voted that president in.
This is true.
It wasn't white men who voted him in. Because Obama was easy to have.
Yeah.
It was white women gonna vote for fine ass Obama. And
is that what it is? You know what I haven't heard?
Not to say he's fine.
You know what I haven't heard, which has actually surprised me?
What?
Nobody's talking about the attraction of Kamala Harris.
I know.
Nobody. She is stereotypically fits all categories, especially within blackness and like biracialness, attractive. And nobody has said a word.
Well, it would be a mistake too.
It would?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Move on to the next subject.
Well, let me ask you. Well, because you don't want to. I think everyone has tried to get away from all the reasons why people don't put women in charge. You know, I, as a woman who's worked in corporate America for years, you know,
yeah.
I'll tell you, like, most of my videos, I'm dressed down, I don't put makeup on, I try not to show my sexuality, because people don't pay attention to you. Like, you could be like, and then the slaves, and they were enslaved, and they were raped 500 times, and you know, you got somebody in the DM talking about, oh, yeah, I like that. You know, whatever, and you're like, I am trying to save the world. You know, and you know, so
damn.
I'm sure it's been
damn.
Yeah.
I'm seeing when we bring it up, when you say the white women voted for fine ass Obama, I have not heard black men being like, we vote for fine ass Kamala.
Well, I don't know if black men are attracted to a black woman who is so incredibly strong and president. So, you know, we always hear, play yourself down to get a man.
What? Wait, say it again. What?
We're always told, black women are told to, I'm sure white women are told this too, play yourself down, to get a man. Like, you don't want to be but so strong, because then, you know, we're always told that we are masculine energy and things. You know, we're always told to, I mean, I'll even say that in my life, I ran my own company for 23 years, but in my romantic partnerships, I am very,
no.
Very.
Really?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. 100. Yes, I'm very.
What you mean?
I was trained to be. I'm very submissive and very.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I am. I can have some. You mix some coffee.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm strong in that. Now, if you.
You think that's what Kamala's doing though? Do you think she's presenting like non-dominant, although we know from her Senate days?
I think she has shown. No, I think she has shown that she's strong and dominant.
Yeah.
I think with her husband she can be strong and dominant because her husband's white and insecure within himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we're honest, we're about to get in trouble.
We have the same thought. I have the same thought.
I think that black men
are
extraordinarily, as a whole, understandably, because of what our country has done, fragile.
Okay.
Is the word I'm saying. And they need women who could be somewhat gentle, but strong. I could, and women want to be gentle. That's our natural whatever. You just need someone who's strong enough to allow you to be.
This is where I go back to, I don't know if that's true. And
Good.
I don't know if it's false.
That's why we're true then. Like,
I have
like,
no idea if that's true or false.
And I don't listen. I tell people this all the time. They'll call me and say, "I didn't agree with what you said." I said, "I didn't agree with it 15 minutes ago." You know, it's really just throwing out the thought that's in your head. That's what truthing is, and not feeling like you're going to be attacked. I mean, I get attacked all the time, but I'm fine with it. But it really is just like, because it really is bringing up thoughts for conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
here's why I say that.
Yeah.
In my life, I couldn't tell you like a constant way in which black women have motivated me. It has been both through extreme submission and then also through extreme domination. So then and I couldn't tell you like which one is average more, which one is average less. But what that indicates to me is, since I was a child, I don't think anybody has really known how to talk to me other than black men. Like, even when it's weird. My father, I never remember my father saying, "Follow me, don't talk when you're in the car," but like there's this weird submission thing that happens when I'm around my father and just how he talks to me. But with my mother, it was a constant battle for like 18 years of boy versus very older woman. But even like my teachers, like people trying to get through to me, people trying to understand me, even thinking about Tito Jackson, the reason that Tito Jackson started playing the guitar was on some mischievous shit. Like
I didn't know that.
he was sneaking into Joe Jackson's room to play his guitar, broke a string one day, got caught, got his ass whooped, and then Joe gave him the guitar. And I'm thinking, why you had to get your ass whooped? But that to me is like, that's what the communication to black men has been since, as far as I can remember, is like I'm threatening you, I'm about to whoop your ass, or I'm being super submissive and gently trying to manipulate you. I've never felt a middle ground of the way that people can like speak to us. But I think that is further indication of like systemic troubles following black men. We are thrown away, we are ignored, we are misguided, we are untrusted, and now we just out here.
You're out here.
Who's out here? Homeless.
I would like homeless, like you said. Well, I would like to know how to speak to black men, right? I mean, I would like I would love to know what black men need. I mean, and I try to ask. I mean, I think I've asked you, like, what is it that you want? Didn't I ask you?
It took me a week to answer your question.
Right. No, like, what is it that you want? Mm-hmm. And I have never met a black woman who is not both. I mean, we can be extraordinarily strong because we have to be. I mean, that's the part that irritates me, is that they say, oh, white women are so much softer or whatever. Because they can be. I mean, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, that's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. They absolutely, it would be like me saying, well, more white men spend more money on us. Well, because they can. I mean,
they got more money.
They got more money. They got more money. So what are we talking about here, right? We are oppressed people trying to love one another, and so we broken. Like we are the. Not that we're not the natural part of who we are, but what our place is in America. And so it always bugs me when people try to throw out as if we should be the same. I tell people, you're right. Let's say, oh, white women do this better. Well, they watch their mama being taken care of by her husband and being treated well. I didn't have a mama who got that, right? Yeah. So, I'm giving the best, but also they're expecting a man to do A, B, C, and the third. So let's keep it real when we're here. Black men ain't doing what white men do, and black women ain't doing what white women could do, because we're not prepared. We've been oppressed.
It's true.
We were enslaved. We were in the same motherfucking position.
We are currently oppressed.
We are oppressed today.
Yes.
Our oppression continues, right? And so I don't know why people expect us. Why would you compare me? Because I don't feel like black men ever say to black men, well, white men do that, but black men are always saying it to us.
Really? Oh, ugh.
Yeah, this whole like page is about what other women do better than black women.
Oh,
And they're more submissive. And as long as you got that money, they are doing something.
You make my tummy hurt just now. That's gross, bro. That's legit gross. Why would when you have black women, if the thing that you want is black women, and then you compare them to white women, like, I'm not going to fail about racism. But come on, bro.
Maybe they don't want black women, and that's how they justify it. I think that's part of it. I don't know. But what I realized is that a lot of black men really had some hatred. Not a lot. That's another thing. I feel like the media really inflated the issue with black men not voting for Kamala.
It is.
Because what I said to you earlier was, it's headlines after headlines after headlines. Why are black men supporting Kamala? Which what is like 85% are. And what's interesting is that the majority of white men
highest numbers
are voting for Trump.
Yeah.
And it's like no one is questioning why white men aren't voting for Kamala when Trump is clearly anti-women.
Yeah.
And so as a white husband, father, a son, nephew, whatever, that you're voting against these women, why is no one coming down hard on them? Like, what's wrong with you? And it's just like expected. So it's, it's expected that a white man votes for a white man.
Of course.
But then when we support somebody, it's like, oh, you're just doing that because they're black. For real.
The hypocrisy is laughable. It's hilarious, though. It's hilarious. That's true, though. Nobody has asked, and we won't. Nobody has asked white men why they're supporting Trump, and we won't.
Never.
They won't.
Because, and that's racism within itself, because what white men do is never questioned.
Right.
And what black men do, it goes back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're kids.
It's like we're kids.
And
like
everybody's chastised. Is that how you feel the world talks to you?
I mean, I watched this clip of Ta-Nehisi Coates responding to Barack Obama. And at the end of that clip, that is what I thought. It reminded me of my teachers talking to me and trying to tell my mom how to control me. And so, in hearing that, it's like, if that's the way that you're going to get black male voters, if that's your best chance, is using Barack Obama to chide black men into voting for Kamala Harris, it might work. But actually, the bigger question is, how are we supposed to talk to? How are we supposed to get talked to? Because actually, I don't even know. You ask me what I want, I still don't know. I don't know. Being raised by a single black woman, I have been raised to put women first. So then, if you ask the question, like, okay, so women are taken care of, what do you want? I don't know. I have no idea now.
So we have a problem.
We do have a problem.
How do we help black men heal?
The black boys are in trouble. Yeah.
How do we help black men heal? No, seriously. Because black women at least, don't get me wrong, we need healing, we're tired, we got all the things. Sweet Lord, sweet cherry, no, we're real.
Not the spiritual. Okay.
But we're tired, but we do practice self-care. We do depend heavily on each other. Mm-hmm. I think that we have a different, I don't know. I don't think we're disenfranchised from the system. What y'all mean?
Black men need organization.
What y'all mean by that?
We need like an NAACP, an SNCC, an SCLC,
Black Panther.
A Black Panther type situation.
So y'all feel
we need something with
feel powerful again.
We need jackets. We need jackets. We need line names. We need colors and funny hand signs. The closest organization I see for black men are them silly ass niggas be wearing these suits and be walking around like 1,000 men in suits, 1,000 black men in suits.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, y'all look good, but then what happens? It's like, we just got in the car on the home.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are organizations like the NAACP, or have they become so white adjacent that...
No, we need something new.
Okay.
We need something that's specific for TikTok and beyond.
Okay.
Have you noticed that the TikTok advocates aren't in like a group? They all just exist as individuals.
Yes.
So you could just tear down the individual and the whole movement is over. That's what happened to Black Lives Matter. You tear down 5 people who wanted to get Range Rovers and now the whole movement is over.
That's very true.
That's what I think black men need.
That's powerful.
Black men need like
to organize.
To organization.
Who's going to organize it?
Probably a black man. Needs to be like a.
It
They
has to
killed
be
them all.
black
Damn.
They killed most of them.
Shit.
No, but because it can't be black women because y'all don't want to hear from
No,
us.
it can't be black women.
It can't be black
It can't
women.
be black women. So it's like you
And
can't
you know it ain't
stop.
gonna be nobody else
No, it can't be.
because nobody else
Can't
cares.
be white men. And then.
So black men.
But here's the thing, though. When black men create this organization, right, it's gonna look a little weird because it's gonna be like, oh, we don't want no women in here, and then the women gonna be like, what you mean? And then they're gonna be like, what you mean? What you mean?
No, I mean,
what you mean? What you mean? What you mean? And then it's gonna be like, oh, the black men are real conservative. Why they voting against this property tax or whatever? And this is what I was talking about earlier about the intentional breakup. We are going different ways, and I think that's okay. But we have to
You
come
really
back
think
to
we're going different ways?
Absolutely.
And what do you mean?
There is the patriarchal power that black men are attracted to causes them to lean right politically. We are more conservative, and I'd love to tell you it was something out of ignorance, but it's actually the opposite. I think black men are very attuned to what's going on politically, and some of especially financially. I hear Dave Chappelle joke on my head all the time. Dave Chappelle becomes a millionaire, Barack Obama becomes a president, Democrats, and now all the millionaires losing their money, and Dave Chappelle's like, nigga, I just got this money. I just got this money. So I can see a lot of black men who are trying to rise up in this capitalistic structure of power, being like, oh, we're talking about post-Trump now. Because like, if you're a conservative over Trump, if you're a black man, that don't make no sense. It makes no sense.
I am honestly one of those people would not be mad if someone said they were voting Republican. I don't get how someone's voting for Trump.
Don't get it.
That part of it is where I'm like.
But I saw Michael Steele on CNN.
Yes.
Me and my progressive buddies at Howard, we booed Michael Steele from the time he pulled into the parking lot of Howard. I'm not joking, Randy. He pulled in his car, he got in the car, we booed him from the car to the stage, on the stage, back to the car. I was hoarse the next day. What the fuck with no Michael Steele? And now he on CNN?
Yeah.
So now I'm very in hoping that he loses, I'm very curious, post-Trump, what this black conservative movement looks like. Because if it's 15% of black men who are considering themselves conservative, even if they're voting for Trump, which is foolishness, it's like, maybe we need to, what's going on with y'all? Why are you going this way?
Right.
What's happening?
And I think you put voice to it very well about the economy, a part of it, the attachment to the patriarchy, wanting to feel some power again.
Yeah.
And I think that there are a lot of black men, I think Michael Steele actually, who have softened greatly because guess what?
Yeah.
They had that nigga wake up moment.
They did.
So they're like, yes. And they're like, oh, what? I'm a nigga. Oh, wait, I'm a nigga. They got whipped. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Wait.
You take my ass.
Right. Hold on. Take my.
Oh my God.
Take my ass.
They sure
A
did.
little bit back.
They sure did. They embarrassed the hell out of Michael Steele.
Yeah.
I won't forget that.
Always do. We all have that wake up moment. Yeah. Well, so what we've decided, okay, everybody, we gotta. There needs to be some organization.
Yeah, new organization.
And I think we need to really talk about how we talk to our brothers. Across all aspects. Because I think that's important.
Because I feel like I'll be on a little soft on the brothers real quick. Niggas are fucking up.
Oh, absolutely.
Black men are misogynistic. This conversation, I heard it today actually. It was a young man who was 18 who said he didn't vote for Kamala because he didn't think the world was prepared for a woman president. So he voted out of fear for Donald Trump because he felt like if I vote for Kamala, she's going to get killed, it's going to be violence, it's going to end up being worse, so let me just keep the system going.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
That's some punk ass shit. That's some bitch nigga shit if I'm being honest with you. That's some bitch shit for if you being a coward.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to give the brothers too much grace. I'm like, oh, the system has fucked you up and made you conservative. Now I feel like you're justified. You're not justified standing against Kamala Harris. You are voting directly against your efforts. But I am interested in having a conversation post this election after you've admitted that you were fucking up. Yeah. I need Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds, I said this about Candace Owens, but then she kicked her ass out because she kicked her own self out anyway. Byron Donalds, you are not ejected from blackness. After this, I'm very curious. What you gonna say now? After this white man leaves, after your master has been kicked off the plantation.
Master gone.
Now what?
Master
Because
gone.
now you're in community with us. Now what?
Right. The only person I feel like who's been able to like hang out and stay has been Clarence Thomas. And he has He has said more better than anybody ever has ever. We got to give him credit for that.
Yes, that's true. You know, he's the direct replacement for Thurgood Marshall.
But Thurgood Marshall, I know, right? Which is so sad. I know Thurgood Marshall is like
It's so
mad
trash.
as hell.
What?
Yeah, Thurgood, I'm sending love
I'm so
to
sorry.
my ancestors.
I'm so sorry,
Thurgood.
I'm so sorry,
Hopefully
man.
Barack made up for it.
I don't know, but yeah, Clarence
you're
Thompson
right.
is
So
the
we-
greatest sample of all time.
I want to continue this conversation because I think that we need it. I would love to we're going to expand the conversation just with black men, black women in a room and talk about, but I do think black men, I love the Black Men Summit the other day. Did you see it?
Was that with, what's that pretty boy name? Vic Mensa? Who was on? Was that boy
It was
Jesse
like
Lee
5
Peterson?
brothers on there. I don't know which one you're talking about specifically.
On the stage was that boy from Tennessee. Was
Tennessee.
what's the lawyer name? Dark skinned lawyer who be chasing after all the cases.
Oh yeah, he was the.
That's that something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Okay, well we need to.
Ben Crump, that's his name.
Oh yeah, Ben Crump is the bomb.
Yeah.
He's saving the world. I know white people hate him. I know they
And
hate
yes, they
to see him
should.
coming. They hate to see him coming.
Good.
Yes, that's how Al Sharpton was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hated to
Fuck,
see him
come out
coming.
Sharpton. Yep.
Yeah, I like
Good.
fat Al Sharpton better.
You don't like peanut head Al Sharpton?
I mean, I like him still too. I like him too. I respect him, but I like the big one. That's the fat one better. Anyway, but no, I respect him fat and skinny, no matter what.
Uh-oh.
But man, these
That means
Amazon,
time to go.
yeah, let me go. These Amazon I buy, I get 3. No, these are my Amazon earrings because I
Three
lose
for,
earrings.
$10?
And yeah,
Yeah.
so I need mine to upgrade. All right, good chatting all the time. Do you have anything left?
No, I'm good.
That was tequila he drank this whole time. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. It was water. Holla at y'all.